it derives from always trying to prove that we are just as capable, even though we come from small, poor islands. We're just as capable of cooking amazing meals, even though they're poor people meals. We're just as capable of showing you a really good time, even though our means are low. I think traditionally as Latin people, we're so nurturing by nature that we've always tried to, with other cultures, say, hey, take a look at us. Like, it's really warm and cozy in here, and I guarantee you'll love it. And I feel like most of the time they do. So.
And I was like, Karina we got to talk about this with Karina, because Karina, this is like confident, outspoken queen.
Thank you for that. That's a really cool honor. I really love that title. I will take it. I think a lot of it, like I said before, well, to go back to your corporate thing, I feel like we are usually the help, or we are the assistant, or we are someone who's not in the place of making decisions. And I think a lot of the time that comes from the actual conditioning that we are to believe that our skills, the people who run these corporations don't know of our skills because they're not so engrossed in our culture. But if you go to Puerto Rico, you're going to find executives and engineers and lawyers and doctors. But a lot of corporate America here, they don't really get to experience that. So as soon as, for me, I feel like the first thing is, all right, well, they can assist, or they can be in a junior position and learn. It's like almost an automatic. I think for me, I would say my confidence comes from, like I said before, always having to not prove myself, but always wanting to show people, like, all right, my culture isn't exactly front and center here all the time, but I can do exactly what you can do. I feel like it's always been a strive for equality, and that's why I've always been so confident. Like, I realize that we all get up the same, we all have the same skeletal system, we're all humans, and I feel like I'm not going to allow something like my ethnicity to keep me under a level with the rest of the people who are just as confident. But all of a sudden you have a promotion, and I'm like, what's the disconnect here? Why do I not feel comfortable going in there and doing what that guy can do? Because I didn't grow up with the ingrained confidence that white men have.
Right.
So I started to change the narrative. I said, no, I am inside. My decisions are going to be made like a white man. I don't know. I'm afraid to ask if I could have a second helping at somebody's barbecue. No, a white man would be like, yo, you're going to eat that? And they're going to take the I also have this other superpower that's called being a Latina. And I tell this to people all the time. I'm like, I don't know if it's an innate trait that I'm born with, or that our moms taught us.
Yeah.
But I do know that a lot of the time, I just know that I'm going to walk in there with my hair and my mouth and my smile, and people are going to look at me and they're going to be attracted to me, and I'm going to get what I want. I feel that way a lot of the times. And I feel like most of the time it works. And you don't have to be a J-Lo, and you don't have to look like a certain aesthetic or have abs and a big booty to attract these people as a Latin woman. Mm-hmm. It's a state of mind. It's an aura. It's a confidence. It's almost like I'm walking in like a warrior princess almost. But I think not knowing a language definitely builds your confidence, because I think communication, and even knowing French or Arabic or any other communication, when you can be a solid communicator, even in like a relationship, I feel like that is what it makes everything ironclad. Like, I speak a language that you speak, you understand me. I'm confident that we're communicating the exact same things, and I'm confident that we're effectively having a conversation. So I also think that not knowing English and only knowing Spanish, I don't think that's a huge detriment. I mean, it's a detriment in the country, but I feel like because Latinos are becoming the majority now, I think that there is more wiggle room to get away with it. Like, I even have issues when people talk about Melania Trump, our first lady. I have issues when people say negative things about her intelligence, but she knows 5 languages. And I'm like, I don't know many people who know 5 languages fluently, but I don't think you can be a dummy and do that. Yes. So that's where you need to, that's where the confidence comes in, to be like, listen, I'm going to show you, I don't even want to show you, I'm going to show myself and the world that Latinos, Black people, Southeast Asia, all different races can be intellectual, can get degrees, can want more for their life than what, you know, was deemed acceptable for us back in the day when they just threw us in a tenement building. There's more to life, and I want that, and it doesn't have a heritage. I want to make my family in Puerto Rico proud that still live in the campo and little houses. I want them to say, wow, look at Julio's daughter, what she's done with her life, and look how she's helping other people. And then my kids can do the same thing. We're in a part of a life cycle where we're starting to shift it and change so that 2 generations from now, we won't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Am I as good as I think I am? If my own people are not seeing that I could get promoted, am I doing too much? Maybe I am trying to be white. Am I Puerto Rican enough? Maybe they don't like me because of that, or maybe I don't like them because they're too. It was just very confusing for my identity, and the way I snapped back from that was I left. And I left, and I ended up going into the record industry, the music industry, at a record label. And I started to just ignore everything that came from coworkers as people who were not permanent people in my life. I started to not take what their words were as serious. And I remembered who the important people are in my life. And it's a lot of Latinos who love me and who know that I really just want what's best for my life.